Style, everyone.
You turned into Vincent D'Onofrio in Men in Black when you said that. You turned into the sugar water bug person.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he talked like how you talked just then. It was very scary. It was very nice and spooky. Setting the tone again.
So spooky. Welcome to our spookiest podcast, the Scary Gundam podcast.
Welcome to the Halloween episode of Wow Cool, recorded on July 19th.
I mean, fuck Christmas in July. What about Halloween in July, you know?
Yeah, true.
We should have done it last episode because there was a fucking demon.
There was a demon. I missed the demon.
Rest in peace to that demon.
Yeah, pour on out for Dozel.
Fuck Dozel. I like his demon only. No, I'm just kidding.
I think Dozel himself is fine.
No, he's cool.
He had Big Sam.
I feel bad for his family. I say while yawning about Dozel.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm so tired right now. This is going to be... I don't know, we'll probably get our energy levels as we're talking about the cool robots contained within. What's this podcast about, Morg?
Gundam?
Cool, just checking.
It's about Newtypes.
It's about... Oh, I cannot wait to talk about these new types.
It's actually about a new breed of human. Oh, I don't like saying that.
They have better egg moves. That's what makes them special.
Fuck. All humans are normal type. Humans are normal type and Newtypes are psychic normal.
Yeah, you breed them. They don't normally get nasty plot, but now they do. That's what Char's been doing since day one.
He's always
just nasty plotting.
Okay.
He's always been nasty. He's always been plotting.
My eyes are just not working right now. They're itchy and alright, good start.
Good start.
My
yeah, so
my ass right now. So
speaking of kicking ass,
Zabi almost kicks his son's ass. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, first off, this is episode 37 of Mobile Suit Gundam, The Duel in Texas. Yeehaw, partner.
When I grew up in Texas.
I thought you were going to sing the Black Parade in a southern accent.
When I was a young boy. Wow, I have a bad southern accent, but that was especially bad today.
That sounded fine.
Yeah,
so Daegwon Zabi is he's talking to his fail son.
Truly.
Giren's just mad.
Giren is so mad. He is very plotting in these episodes, too.
He's hashtag thonking about it.
He's thonking about it.
Do you think, is he the oldest Zabi child?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because he doesn't look as old as, anyone else.
I think he is, at least.
Because, he has a perfectly smooth porcelain face. Dozel looks like he's 200 years old just because he's been in battle so much he's covered in scars. We don't even see Kaecilia's face half the time because she's just Cobra Commander. I guess we know Garma's baby, but...
I also don't know, Kaecilia's age within the brothers.
You know what? It probably is? Well, not probably, but I wouldn't be surprised if it were this, where Kaecilia is the oldest, but Giren's the first boy.
That's what I was wondering, too.
It's like a dynasty thing.
Yeah.
Dynasty warriors. They say dynasty across the pond. I'm going to get in Sarah's good graces before we start recording Zeta.
Did not know that.
I believe so.
Well, they also call it a guillotine, so fuck them.
A guillotine. They're talking about how Aboaku is the last line of defense for Zeon. I don't think they have nearly enough vowels in this name.
Aboaku. I don't remember. Oh yeah, Aboaku. I was I don't know what that means.
It's their final egg. It's ABAOAQU.
It's their final egg? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's like how Eggman's last line of defense is last fortress area is called final egg.
Gotcha.
It's their final stinky egg.
Stinky. Stinky. And then it cuts back to White Base.
Yeah.
And Frau and Amuro are chatting. Amuro, Frau's like, you're too good to hang out with someone like me. And I'm like, no, don't say that.
Amuro, I'm only in Silver 2, and you're in Platinum 3 or whatever. Amuro, you're way too good at this game. Like, you're leaving the rest of us in the dust.
Yeah, I just felt bad for her. I was like, oh, he's still your friend.
Yeah, she's like, we don't talk anymore, Amuro.
Well, yeah.
And she sort of suspects something happened inside 6. Will you tell me about it? And Amuro's like, I'll tell you later. I don't think he'll ever get to... Well, not... That sounds ominous. I don't think he'll ever end up telling her, though.
I mean...
I feel like he's just gonna, like, forget about it.
I feel like she's gonna learn through someone else, you know? Like, she's gonna learn, like, about...
Oh, right, yeah.
all this stuff.
It'll be like a very casual conversation on the bridge, and like Bright is gonna offhand mention it, and she's gonna be like, "What?" Bright just knows everyone.
Bright just knows everything. Yeah,
he's smart.
Abandoned the Alamo. That's what I wrote. Oh, because the Texas.
Yeah, you heard about Texas?
Texas is fucking abandoned.
Texas. The Texas Zone was called because it was originally devised as a farming colony. As we know, farming is from Texas. That's where cows are.
That's the only place cows are. Is Texas. Yeah, it's like leisure and farming. But it was abandoned.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
It was abandoned, and we find out later why. I mean, other than like we know because the war is happening, but it was also abandoned because I believe the mirrors that reflect the sun onto it were damaged in the war, and that causes it to become like permanent evening and permanent desert.
Yeah, it's like it's not optimal farming time, you know, like you don't have the sun going up and down and whatnot, so it's like nothing can really grow because it's not Earth conditions.
Right.
So, which is a really cool idea, like, you know, a sort of cool, realistic, this is the kind of thing that would happen if the lights were to be like this. Because again, if the mirrors were damaged and they were always on, it would fry. If the mirrors were damaged and it was always off, it would freeze. So the fact that it's evening is like, okay, I'll suspend my disbelief enough to think that the only thing that would happen is just like it becomes arid and shitty.
Yeah.
My next note is Sharget Gelgoog?
Sharget Gelgoog?
Gelgoog. I like the Gelgoog.
Gelgoog.
It's fun. I mean,
it's spelled
I
Gelgoog,
like it,
but it's Gelgoog.
It's spelled Gelgoog. It has 2 O's.
Okay, never mind. You're right. It was. I just spelled it wrong.
I mean, I like it, but I don't like it as much as the Zaku's.
I like it a lot because it's like it calls to mind his Zaku more than his
I mean, yeah. I think you look at it and you're meant to think this is the next evolution of Zaku's, but like. It's a little... The head is strange to me. It has this weird sort of, like, chunky-looking feather thing coming off the back of it, like a strange fin. It has a weird sort of, like, mask part of its face that doesn't quite look right to me. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it.
I literally said, wow, cool robot when I saw it. But I think I'm just extremely happy to see a red robot again.
Yeah.
Because... Char is back. I mean, he's back,
the Red Comet.
He's piloting stuff again.
Yeah, he's doing it. Sayla take bath.
Oh my god, everyone, whenever they keep showing these... But she is relaxing, which is nice.
That's the thing. When they show us these scenes, it's more of a realistic, these characters are like just taking baths or whatever. It's not like weird or perving out over it. It's just like, it's the normal thing to do.
I've just noticed it's always been the women. That's the only reason I was like... Even though they did...
That's true.
Like, they definitely, like, had the whole thing about, like, let's take a shower with...
Right, with Slager.
But they haven't shown it. Not that I necessarily want to see it, but you know what I mean. Like, it's equality.
it's equality is what it really boils down to.
I want it to be equal. Makuve has a weird laugh in the dub, by the way.
Makuve is, like... This dude is just like this. These are his episodes now. Like, he's the one who gets to chew up the scenery right now.
He's here. He is chewing the scenery. He is I'm gonna kick someone's ass, maybe his own.
He also gets a cool robot
It's
morgue.
called a Gaian. I thought he said it's a Gams.
Oh, I thought it was a Gyan.
I think it might be
Gaian.
No, I think it's
Gyan, a Gaian. I
I
don't
think
know.
it's Gia, because I thought he said Gams. So
Okay.
Gam.
I mean, hey,
It might be
big
Gam.
big Gams return.
It might be Gam.
Hey, big. Oh, hey, big Gyan.
Big Gam.
But the Gyan, hey, now this is a robot I can get behind.
Yeah, dude. It also
It's like
has swords, which is great. I love.
It has a swords. It has a cool shield that shoots. It has like a very nice, very light purplish blue color. It has a sort of like cross-shaped eye hole. It's a strange sort of cone head, but it's pretty cool looking. I like this one.
Yeah, me too. What if they had a red version of this and it was charged?
Now we're talking. So yeah. Anyway, everyone's on the move at this point because like they've all been sort of like hiding, slowly moving around the Texas shitfield. And then like once Char's on the move, then White Base is on the move, and then Makave's on the move. So Makave is like, all right, let's kill Gundam. So he has his like little squadron of Rickdoms, and the fighting begins. And Ambrose is like, immediately going ham. He like kicks a Dom in the nuts and shoots it. It's pretty cool.
He kicks a Dom in the Dom.
We during the fighting, we also cut to Texas, and Char and Lala are down there already. Lala's still hanging out with Char, as we know. They're in a freaking covered wagon. They're in Oregon Trail right now.
Yeah, they're doing Oregon Trail. It seems like they're both pretty good at this game.
They haven't gotten dysentery yet. Work checks out.
This is where we hear about the mirror stuff. But
Yeah.
Lala gets to, like, a weird like resonance in her head or something.
Brainwaves.
She's got weird brainwaves happening to her, and she's like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, she detects another new type, which means probably Amuro.
He's drift compatible with other new types.
I mean, Lala and Amuro definitely have like some weird psychic connection.
Yeah,
like that's like all that happens in these episodes, really.
Yeah, like when I first read it, I was like, is she resonating with Char? What the fuck? And then I'm like, oh, it's probably Amuro. Never.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who's a new type and who's not.
I mean, people are like becoming new types, so I feel like we're gonna have more than we just know of right now.
Gundam become new type.
Whoa, okay.
Texas become new type.
So back at the fight, oh, my voice cracked again. That was cool. Back at the fight, it's sort of revealed that the whole thing was merely a ruse to lure Amuro to the Gyan so Makuve can beat ass. And he fights like a little wiener. He does not fight honorably at all. He is a mischievous... Makuve, were he a Pokemon, he would have Pranky as his ability.
He would be Pranky. He'd be Pranky dark type. He's a Grimmsnarl.
Absolutely.
He would have a
Grimmsnarl. Because he's too twinkish to be Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, he wouldn't
Grimmsnarl's a bear.
A Grimmsnarl, but he would have a Grimmsnarl.
He's a Morgrim.
I'm a Morgrim.
More and more people are saying this. Yeah, but he has rude bombs. He like can shoot stuff out of his shield. He's like hit and running on Amuro, dropping bombs behind him, and then he escapes into Texas.
Yeah, but he also like before he escaped to Texas, he was like moving towards a rock that had guns in it, and he was just like playing dirty.
Yeah, he's like he's surprised that Gundam is able to like take these hits though. So we cut back again to Tejas. Lala is saying she's going to pilot something called the Elmeth. Can't wait to find out what that is in an episode or two.
Oh, Texas. Oh my god.
Texas. It's how you say Texas in Spanish.
Oh my fuck.
And Char has a pretty wild line here because he talks to Lala and he says, "Hey, you're going to become a better pilot than I am. That's why I sent an orphan like you to the Flanagan Institute."
Yeah.
What?
First of all, what's the Flanagan Institute? Second of all,
I think it's Flanagan Institute School for Troubled Children, or I'm pretty sure it's Newtype School.
I think it's New School because they mention it later with a different new type also. But yeah, I was like, when was she there, and why is she gonna be better than the Red Comet?
Exactly. If Char is saying that she's gonna be better than he is, that means like she's a threat.
She's gonna
We
be
gotta take this kid out.
she's gonna be a fucking monster. How old is she? I was like, this is a
Pretty sure she's like 15.
child. And I was like,
She's a babby.
I guess Amuro is a babby too, but we're used to that at this point.
Well,
that's not good.
Yeah, we're no better than the Earth Federation.
No, Earth Federation. No.
But Char also knows that Makuve is like fighting in Texas to show off in a way. Like
he's right. It's very like
he's right.
Knows Makuve like.
Yeah, but Char's like, I still want to join the fight because I have nasty plots.
I keep using nasty plot. I'm at 2+6. I need to use this attack power somewhere. But also because he's like, Makuve's technically on my side, so I should probably help him. And he does try to help Makuve, but that doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
They start like bickering, like when because Char goes over to help and.
Well, before all that happens.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Amuro enters Texas. This is a very funny scene though, because it's like this gigantic, and you get a sense of scale here, right? Because Amuro's in Gundam, this 18-meter tall robot, and he's entering the sort of like airlock docking area of Texas, and like it's very, very big, but Amuro's like clinging to walls and like hiding in corners and stuff because Makuve's planted bombs like all over the place. It's just like he's like holding on to sliding doors as they like go up, so he's like out of sight. It's a very cute scene.
It's a little minefield.
Yeah, he just gotta be a little sneaky sneak boy.
A little stinky stink boy is what it sounded like you said.
Porque no los dos.
Yeah. But eventually he like gets away, and is this when Char appears and is like, "Hello"?
Well, so he's like in the docking bay now, and like Lala feels Amuro entering Texas psychically because they're Newtypes. We know this already. Char is so cool because he gets in his Gelgoog, and his little people, his soldiers are like, "Hey, you gonna put a normal suit on?" And he says, I don't wear normal suits because my policy is to always return in one piece by relying on my survival instinct. Hell yeah, you go, dude.
He's crazy, dude. Because, he's like,
so
I'm
cool.
not going to wear a pilot suit. I'm not going to wear a space suit. I would be naked if I could. He just loves the risk. He loves risking his life.
He does. He basically says, it's my choice to not get destroyed in battle.
It's my choice.
It's like, if I were to be attacked in battle, I would simply survive and walk away fine.
Truly.
I love him so much.
I love him.
But yeah, now he goes out in the Gelgoog, and now he's like, starts to bicker with Makuve.
Yeah, there's like a stand. Yeah. Oh, I was like excited. I wrote standoff in all caps when Makuve and Amuro were like,
yes, it does like the
yeah,
wow because it's Texas.
But then there's a Char gets in the way and fucks everything.
Yeah, of his like his dirty rat combat style.
Kuve mentions Newtypes.
Yeah, he says this boy might be, and I quote, a new type of human.
Yeah, he's just calling it.
He looks directly in the camera and says this.
Thank you.
Are you familiar with Overwatch, Morg?
I'm familiar. I'm not I don't play it, but
when Amuro is fighting in Texas, you hear a voice saying, "It's type new."
Oh, it's type new. I know it's
McCree Strick.
New.
Anyway, so Amuro and Makuve go in a cool sword fight, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's like a sick-looking sword fight, too.
I love the sword that Makuve has. It's just like a yellow saber. And
it works really well with the colors of the Gyan, too. It's like yellow and this nice, like, lilac color almost.
Yes.
I like to see it.
Love yellow and purple together. He's very stylish.
That was my college colors.
Everyone find where Max went to school now.
I went to James Madison University.
Okay.
Look, I was saying this in chat last night. What are you going to do? Dox me? Hang out with me? Don't do it now, but do it later.
Yeah, Max, I'm gonna fucking find you. Yeah, so when they're Char just like stands back and like lets Makuve fight. And it's just like, hope Gundam gets rid of him. Fuck Makube.
Yeah, pretty much.
If he doesn't want me to help, fuck him. He can do it without me. It's very good.
Go kick rocks, Makube.
And then Lala's like, LOL, why is Char not helping?
It's okay. This part gets so weird, right? Because Lala starts to feel the psychic energy again. There's this very like weird sound effects going on in this battle. Like the sound at one point like just starts cutting out entirely. Lala, like they're fighting. Amuro, like Lala's like, stop! It's already over. Stop! You're killing him. He's already dead. Amuro like dives at Makube with both of his swords drawn and like bear hug crushes him to death with his swords digging into the sides.
Yeah.
Is cool.
Yeah, dude. But like the fact like he was like doing this while she was talking in his head, like he was distracted and still fucking destroyed Makube. It rules.
Yeah. Like
it's bad,
even
but it rules,
like
you know.
Yeah, the only thing that snaps him out of it is Lala saying in Martin Prince's voice, "Stop! He's already dead." And yeah, and like as he's dying, as his Gundam or as his like Gyan is blowing up, Makube's he radios Uragong, who is like his like second in command or whatever, and he tells him to deliver his weird antique glass bong to Kycilia. That's what it is. It looks like it.
I thought he was like saying it in his head. The way that the dub like pictures it, it's just like he's telling his second in command in his head, like, bring the expensive vase. I'm sorry, the expensive bong to Kycilia.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, maybe he's also a new type and can do that. Who knows?
Listen,
we won't find out because he's dead.
He's dead. Who cares?
He's dead. He dies. Rest in piss. I'm press S to spit on his grave.
He's fine, but he's dead.
And the episode ends. The episode ends with a pretty wild thing that happens, Morg, doesn't it?
Well, Char also just says, you can't beat Gundam from an ivory tower.
True. Many are saying.
Cool music.
And Amuro and Lala, they say each other's name.
Oh, they do each other's.
They get a little instant message transmission.
Because they never like introduced like they never like said each other's names to each other. They just know it.
Yeah, they're only like a presence inside each other's head. But like Amuro's like La, and Lala's like Muro. It's like Newtypes, huh?
Newtypes.
Pretty cool.
Kind of weird.
Newtypes, huh? Well, see ya. It's good.
And then next episode 38. Char
and Sayla. Two of them.
Two.
Yeah, so Char tells Lala to escape back to the Zanzibar because Lala's been like in like a jeep the whole time. She's not in a robot or anything. She's just like spectating from the ground.
Very safe. Very normal.
Yeah, and hey. Remember when we said that more and more people are probably going to become new types? I'm pretty sure Mirai's a new type.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got, too, that Mirai was.
Yeah, she's like, I just know Amuro's still alive.
She had, like, that feeling, and also later...
Mm-hmm. She said Black Eyed Peas voice, I got a feeling.
I got a feeling. But also, like, she later feels like she's being called out by...
Yeah, it's like, who isn't a new type at this point?
Maybe Char isn't. I don't know.
I feel like Char has to become a new type, especially because he's like dunking on new types these entire like from this point onward. So it's like he can't say this much shit about new types and not end up becoming
he's
one.
He's like,
right?
Fuck new types. All my homies hate new types. And then he's like, oh fuck, all my homies are new types. Oh shit.
Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Hey, Amuro and Char fight again.
Yeah. And it's fun, but not really. Because, I mean, it's fun. It's because robot fighting, but also, like, Char is like, wow, I am at a terrible disadvantage.
Yeah.
This man is
the boys are fighting.
This man is a new type. I am losing.
Yeah, he, like, knows where Char is. He's, like, shooting him. He's, like, doing, like, flips and stuff. He jumps over him at one point. Amuro can dodge. Like, he's, like, able to, he does big jumps and whatnot. He stabs the beam rifle out of the Gelgoog's hand. But the Gelgoog has a cool pole arm. I love bladed weapons on long sticks is, like, my favorite kind of weapon. I like to see a big spear or a halberd or a naginata, perhaps.
We don't see the javelin enough. We don't see the beam javelin.
The beam javelin, I feel like, is only used to stab into a big ship or mobile armor, and that's it. They don't actually fight with it, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah. But I just think it's funny that Char is like, I take pride in my firing accuracy, but this dude dodged everything.
But so I gotta beat ass up close. CQC time, baby.
Guess I'm an old type. Rest in piss. Oh, the intro music plays while they're fighting.
In the dub?
Yeah, like it's a different style of the intro does.
I don't think it does in the sub.
It's like a different, yeah, no.
Sure, interesting. I like that shit. I feel like, I mean, it feels a little, I will say it feels a little unearned to play the intro music, and it's not the final battle, but I'll give it a pass.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Liked it.
It's good. I mean, the intro music is good as hell. Moe agare, moe agare. Anyway.
It was just the instrumental, but
Okay, I dig that.
Yeah, it wasn't the final kind of thing. Yeah, it was just kind of the intro. Char eventually is like, I gotta get out of here, and he causes a fake explosion, and he's like, Amuro's like, I don't think I got him actually. Why did that happen? I think he's lying to me. And
yeah. Char's like he's definitely not gonna fall for this, but I have no choice. And Amuro thinks like, I'm pretty sure he didn't die in that explosion.
Yeah.
But he doesn't, like, do a whole lot about it.
He's like, oh, whatever, fuck him.
Oh well, die in the desert. And we go back to space. We cut back to space, rather. The Federation's finally here to provide support. So, like, Zeon's like, all right, let's get their asses. And Sayla gets sent out in G-Fighter. She's beating ass. She's like, oh, this is so easy. She's getting so good at this. She's probably also a new type.
I think they hint at it in the next episode.
Like, genuinely, who is not a new type at this point?
I mean, yeah. But I'm
telling you, just going into space makes your brain jacked and swole.
Well, also, they were, like, mostly, like, kids from Side 7, so they, like, lived it.
Damn, maybe Side 7 has, like, maybe they have fluoride in the water there.
Yeah, dude. They're making the frickin' frogs gay.
They're making the frickin' frogs new types.
Making the frickin' frogs new types. God.
So, yeah, Sayla's beating ass. White Base ends up docking in Texas. And they detect the Magellan class, which is the Federation ship coming to help them.
Yeah.
So they gotta rescue Amuro first, because Gundam is, like, all out of juice. So he can't, like, fly out or whatever.
Yeah, the Magellan just hangs out outside. They're like,
Spoiler alert, they're not fine.
They're not fine.
But, White Base docks. Sayla and some others are out to do recon. Frau Bo is, like, super spaced out right now. She's like, not doing so hot.
Sorry, she's just I was like, she's thinking about Amuro and getting dissociated. I didn't know she was, like, tired, because eventually Bright mentions that, like, the crew is tired, but she seemed, like, especially, like, zonked.
And it's weird because it doesn't seem like the kind of thing where she cares so deeply about him that it's, like, causing her grief or whatever. Because, like, I feel like they're drifting apart in that way. I feel like it's not like that she loves Amuro. I feel like she's just, like, doesn't know how to process, like, Amuro becoming Psychic Boy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Something to keep in mind, maybe.
I'm thinking about it. Hey, Morg, what happens next?
Okay. Sayla in the buggy, eventually, like, she just gets done saying to White Base, like, hey, nothing to see yet, whatever. And this is something important, but because Fraubo was so, like, out of it, Bright's the one on the communicator for Sayla. This will be important later. But anyway, she just gets done saying that, and Char fucking hops into her buggy, just, like, guns blazing. It's very funny.
Sayla sees Char, and she's like, getting loser, we're going backstory. Jimbo Rao told them that Lord Zeon, who is Char and Sayla's father, created Zeon for the future of humanity, who are destined to be reborn as new types. And on his deathbed, he told the bastard potato man Daegwin Zabi that he knows that he assassinated him.
They took it as, like, Zabi pretended that he was being called over to become the new prime minister, or new
Which
leader.
That is funny as hell to me, because no one else heard him. It's like, You know what it is? It's like when it's like you talk to your dad. It's like, Dad, can I have ice cream? And he says, ask your mom. And you don't ask your mom, but you just tell your dad, she said I could have 2 ice creams. And your dad's like, okay, I guess I have no way to prove otherwise. It's just so funny because Dagwin's like, yeah, he told me that I'm Mr. Xeon now. Everyone congratulate me. And they all clapped.
Yes. And they this is something I mentioned because it's Lord Xeon in the sub, but they kept calling it Jimbo. That's his name now.
Jimbo Rao.
Jimbo Rao kept calling him Mr. Xeon. And I was like, oh,
hello?
Mr. Xeon.
Mr. Xeon? Hello?
Mr. Xeon?
Mr. Xeon? And no one can fact check it because he's dead now. It's fine. And that's why Jimba...
check that he's Mr.
That's why... Yeah. That's why Jimba raised Kazval and Artesia on Earth so they wouldn't be targets of the Zabi family. Char's like, even if the Federation wins, humanity won't be at peace because of Newtypes. And the whole time Bright can hear this, and he's just like making the taxidermied fox face. He's like, what the fuck is going on right now?
He's like, Caswell, what the fuck is a Caswell?
There are so many equations floating around Bright's head right now.
Yeah, he's definitely the equation woman.
Yeah.
It's just funny that Char's like, I'm not that petty to just go be part of Xeon army to kill all the Zabi.
I also want to kill the Newtypes. Newtypes are the future! And Sayla's like, Newtypes are our friends. And Char's like, why don't you leave White Base and live in peace? Bye!
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you some gold later.
Well, not only does she say Newtypes are her friends, she's like, dude, Newtypes are the future of humanity and everything. They're cool.
Yeah. Everyone's becoming Newtype left and right. It's like a fashion trend. You gotta roll.
Texas become Newtype. But, like, it's interesting that this whole Newtype thing was already, like, something in the Xeon mind.
Yeah, Xeon been new type.
Stop.
And like after all this, right, Mirai asks Bright, hey, why do you look pale as a ghost? Why do you look freaked out? And Bright says, it's nothing. And Mirai says, I believe you. Goodbye. No one presses anyone for information in this show. Everyone has a billion secrets that they don't tell anyone else.
I feel like Mirai did look a little sus. Like, okay.
I mean, who knows? She has new type powers, so she probably heard the whole thing too and doesn't care.
She's like, he'll tell me when he's ready. But yeah, it's funny that also Char calls Amuro his sworn enemy, which is good.
Which is, I mean, that's true, technically.
But it's also
they don't like each other.
Not the Cassaval you once knew.
God.
He says this to Sayla. He also says, in case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid mask on? That's weird.
We haven't! It's true! God, it's just...
Char is just,
Char is just 4th Jones!
Yeah.
Man, Riverdale's a good chibi show.
I haven't seen it, but I know that part of it.
Oh, it's so fucking good. You haven't experienced the ups and downs, the epic highs and lows of high school Gundam battles?
Someone do an Archie Watch podcast. No, but Lala later asks Char what the fuck happened on Texas, because eventually, like, yeah, he just, like, leaves.
Yeah. He's fine.
He's like, Artesia, war doesn't suit you. He leaves. And then, yeah, later, back on the Zanzibar, Lala's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, hey, why are you acting weird? And Char says, I'll tell you later.
No, he's like, I will not tell you. Don't ask me.
It's like, it's, do not at me, Lala.
Do not at me. Yeah. And that's the end.
Well, no, there's some stuff. The Magellan class is like flying around. Yeah, it gets owned by the Zanzibar. They're like super, super too late to save it, but they find like a funny briefcase floating around in space, like perfectly positions outside of like the sort of exit bay of Texas. So they grab it, and as it turns, and the guy in the ship was Joaquin, who is like he was their Federation contact back on Earth. Like, damn, rest in peace, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, I forgot about Joaquin. Sorry.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix.
Poor Joaquin Phoenix. He's dead.
He said, I will become the Joker, and he got destroyed by Xeon.
God. Maybe Xeon are good, actually. No, well, yeah, so Whitebase returns to Solomon, like, alone, because everyone's dead. But also, eventually they give the briefcase to Sayla, because they're like, your name is on this, I guess. LOL.
Yeah, it's addressed to you, Sayla. Hey, you ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
It's just the shiny golden briefcase.
Yes, I have seen.
And it's from Kasval Rem Dekun to Artesia Som Dekun. Cool names.
Cool name. Their last name is not Xeon. I thought it would be Xeon.
No, it's yeah. Hey, that's kind of weird.
I don't know a date.
I guess Xeon's in their dad's name or whatever, because their dad is like Mr. Xeon.
Yeah, true.
I don't know how the naming conventions of side 3 work.
So
she cries. She's sad. She'll never be able to call him her brother at Kasval ever again.
Yeah, she like kind of in her mind.
Yeah, she's like, oh, fuck Kasval. All my homies hate Kasval.
Then we're in the next episode.
The Newtype, Chaliable, episode 39. Which is a crazy name, because that's like basically Char Aznable.
Oh.
Chaliable.
Oh.
Which is weird, because he's no relation, though. He's just a random guy. It's like, either are they running out of names that sound unique?
Chaliable is a cool
Surely
name,
not.
though.
So I heard Chaliable, and I was like, that's an interesting sounding name. I wonder, is this going to be like some young hotshot pilot? It's just a shitty old dude.
Just like a guy. Well, he's good.
It's just like a dude in his like 60s.
He's not.
He has gray hair. It's just funny. It is like the last kind of person I would have expected, just based on the name alone.
Yeah, true. His last name's fucking Bull.
Yeah. Anyway, Federation is hanging out in Solomon now because they captured it. They're using it as a supply base. And this is like a really creepy scene because we hear this like la la singing noise and then they're just getting randomly blown up.
Yeah, this fucking noise is so creepy. It like, yeah, it's la la.
It's ghostly.
Doing it, but it's like a ghostly noise that comes from
the Elmith, the mobile armor Elmith.
Elmith like does lasers while it's singing.
It's like invisible, like precision lasers that just like go right to the dang thing and blow it up.
Yep.
It's Newtype powers, and then Mirai feels this, and she's like, "It's fine. This is okay, actually."
I don't know if she says it's fine.
I mean, oh yeah, I mean, I'm paraphrasing a bit, but she does feel it. She knows it happened. Mirai's a Newtype, confirmed.
Mirai is a Newtype. And Bright's just like, I mean, feels like a war threat. It doesn't feel like a creepy threat. Mirai's like, no, it's creepy.
No. Come on, Bright. You're not a Newtype. You don't know. You're an old type. Piece of shit.
Damn.
You use your brain, Bright. So they gotta prep for battle now. Hayato tells Kikikatsu and Let's to bring me my normal suit. And they do.
He is pretending he's okay. He's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, which is, okay, I will say, I'm, again, not as worried about him as I was for Ryu, because Hayato doesn't really have any death flags right now. So I think he will be fine.
The only one vaguely was, like, that he's trying to be okay. But I think he's okay.
Yeah.
I'm watching it.
We get a nice little scene with Bright and Sayla, too, and Bright's like, he's like, don't shoulder your burdens all alone, like, we're here to help you.
Yeah, Sayla's like, I didn't have a secret agenda, I was
she just didn't want to talk about it, and that's fine.
Bright's like, yeah, dude, I get it. I'm just your commander. I want to make sure you're like, bring your emotions into this, but also we're here later.
I really like the idea that I mean, Bright hasn't like really shown off any new type abilities. I like the idea that Bright's not a new type. He's an old type, and like everyone around him that are under his command are new types, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck to do with all these psychic kids.
Yeah, he's just like, help. I have become a father to all these psychic children.
Yeah, I do not. The parenting books didn't prepare me for this. Amuro flies out. Battle time. He feels Lala's presence, and then he enters like an Earthbound battle.
Yeah, and
we get some like wacky ass visuals here.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. Oh. Wait,
I've been informed he makes some noises in the dub.
Wait, before that, did you notice that Sayla had like the new type flash in her eyes?
Did she?
Yes, I swear to God, she did.
I mean, look, I believe that she's a new type.
She got that, like, ching. I don't know how to explain it, because it doesn't make a noise. It's just like a flash.
No, it's like a little flash of light in their eyes. I mean, it's consistent design, so I believe it.
So my thought is like, oh, Sayla's been unlocked, but Char hasn't for some. That's my theory.
Shrimp interesting.
But yeah. Anyway, back to the scary Earthbound fight. I realized
back to the fucking Pink Floyd visualization.
I sent you a video of him going like,
He's like kind of doing some weird moans during this that I'm not a fan of personally.
He moans, but he doesn't do it in the sub, and yeah, he's just like...
No, it's like a nice quiet ambient moment in the sub, but in the dub it's like,
Yeah.
It's weird. It ruins it the moment.
It was very funny. No, it was a good moment. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, Amuro's tripping out. He's seeing stars in his eyes. They're all like rainbowy stars and like just going across his eyes, and then eventually he sees a figure, which I don't know who it was. Eventually he sees Lala, but before that he sees like a weird figure. And I don't know what it is. It's just like someone zooming at him.
Yeah, it's I think it might be a premonition of his fight with Chalia Bull in a little bit.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
So yeah, Lala ends up flying off because like the Elmeth is weird looking. It's just like a little like capsule. Really, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any guns or arms, but it just like I guess amplifies the new type waves and just blasts them. Yeah. So she flies off with Char because she's tired of doing war crimes. And then we get like a few hours earlier.
You see this like picture of her though, like when he in his vision, it's just like
yeah, what? She turned into soup. What about it? She's soup now. It's fine.
Turned into soup. It's just, she's drowning in yellow ocean soup water. Okay.
She's drowning in the ocean of herself. It's a nice, important, emotional moment, and I don't think that she would appreciate your making jokes about her journey, Morg.
I can't help it.
It's fun. They had fun with this scene. I like it. It's good. This is a good show.
Good show. So weird shit.
Yeah, really. So anyway, a few hours earlier, Giran meets with Lieutenant Chalia Bull from Jupiter. I bet he went there to get more stupider.
Oh, got him! Oh.
And this scene's kind of interesting. Giran says, hey, you're a new type, homie. You're gonna serve under my sister. We're gonna put you in a cool piece of armor.
Yeah, and Charlie is like, yeah, I'm a new type. It just means I have sharper intuition. And
yeah, he doesn't believe in this like mumbo jumbo that he can see people turn themselves into soup. And
Jiren? I don't know.
Jiren is the main bad guy in the final arc of Dragon Ball Super anime. Giran is who you're thinking of.
Yeah, sorry. I wrote it with a G, and I was like, it could be pronounced either way. I don't remember.
That's true. Is the file format pronounced Giran or Jiren?
God damn it. No, it's not pronounced anyway. Giran is like, nah. New types actually have abilities within themselves, and they don't notice them. You just haven't noticed yet. You fool.
Yeah.
You absolute
buffoon, you dullard.
Yes. But yeah, Chalia knew he was going to serve under Kycelia before he was even told by Giran.
Yeah. And Giran's like, oh, can you read my mind even more? And Chalia's like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not trying to do it on purpose. And he's like, I'm just testing you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, just reflect on why I'm sending you to Kycelia. It's just, I don't know. I feel like Giran is trying to play four-dimensional chess, but he's not quite there yet.
Yeah, he's like attempting to read the minds of those in power will only lead you.
Yeah, which is like, I feel like it's pretty good foreshadowing. I can't imagine Giran has a happy ending at the end of this show.
Yeah.
Something about the history of what's happened to multiple zombies by now.
Yeah.
It gives me a little intuition, a little inkling.
Yeah,
So anyway, Charlie is hanging out with Kycelia. They're going to put him in the Brow Bro that we saw from earlier in the asteroid field that I guess like wasn't fully done yet, so they were able to destroy it quickly. But I mean, you put someone with a big fat brain in one of these things and it works a little bit better.
Yeah. They also, like, wonder if Charlie is a more advanced new type than Lala, but, like, the two of them, like, end up, like, meeting and like talking, and there's like this
Mm-hmm.
weird vibe.
It's a weird vibe. They say, hey, if you're good in the brow bro, if you're better than Lala, we're going to put you in the Elmith.
Yeah.
It's like a weird little carrot on a stick for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a scene, Char's with Lala, and he's talking with some scientists on like how to make the Elmith easier and more efficient for Lala. I guess because it like, slurps her big brainwaves up and turns it into power and energy and war crime. They're like, we gotta milk this stuff even better.
Yeah, we gotta make it so she doesn't get tired. And
Yeah. And then Shalia shows up. It's a normal scene.
yeah, this is the norm.
So an important note here. He senses new type waves from Lala. He doesn't sense any from Char though.
No.
It's weird.
Yeah, he's not one.
Maybe he's not.
But like,
That would be really funny if he's not a new
it would
type.
be very. It'd be very funny. It would be even funnier if he wasn't a new type, but his sister was.
Oh, that would be the biggest own. That would be so good.
Sayla would be like, ha ha! In your face, bro.
Get owned, kid.
But also, like, I guess Lala has very powerful pulses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
Lala's brain is like real fat, dripping out her ears.
Yeah, I guess she is still stronger than Chala.
I don't know. But Charlie is like,
yeah.
all right, I'll go out and I'll test the brow, bro. I'll attack White Base with it. So he flies off, and then we cut back to White Base, and Sayla's talking to Bright. She like calls him over to like, talk a little bit about her past and explain things. And she basically like tells him, like, even though he's heard all of it, she just tells him the backstory from last episode again.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he's just like, they're related, doesn't know that they're siblings.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, she confirms that.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, yeah, I mean, do you want to stay on White Base? She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'll treat you the same as I did before. Just,
Yeah.
be careful,
Yeah, Communist Queen Sayla is like, yo, all this gold that he sent me, I'm gonna share it with everybody.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's good.
It's cute. Yeah, like, and then she's like, yeah, don't treat me any special, just like treat me like you always have. Like, I'm just a White Base soldier.
And he agrees, and it's great.
It's good. Hey, time to fight.
Amuro is constantly sweating.
Okay, this fight is like, I feel like the first true big brain Gundam battle, because not only is it two new types fighting, but it's two new types fighting in space.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yo, they're like trying to read each other's minds during the battle, and like they're always trying to stay 10 steps ahead of the other. It's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, and they like can't figure out where the brow bro is coming from, because it's got all these like parts of it that are kind of like coming off of it and like lasering them from different directions, and it's like attached with like
it has Mr. Fantastic arms.
It's got Mr. Fantastic arms, and
yeah, it's cool. It's a fun little thing.
Eventually it cuts off Kai's robot leggies.
Yeah, Guncannon's legs just get like totally blown off, because like they're freaking out right now, because the Browbro is fighting, like, they think there's 3 mobile armors in space right now, because the Browbro has those extendo arms that can fight so fast that, like, they think one thing is just 3. It's pretty sick. So, and have you noticed that Amuro is thinking too fast for Gundam to keep up?
Not only have I noticed, but he mentions it because he's like, wow, Gundam is falling apart. I am ripping Gundam
It's so
apart.
good. It's like, it's not that Gundam is falling apart, it's that Amuro, your brain is too beefy, my boy.
Yeah, no. I mean, he says it's because it's not going fast enough. He's like, wow, Gundam can't keep up with me. He's, without realizing that that's not a normal thing. Like, that's not a normal human thing.
Gundam is the most advanced robot in the world at this point, and Amuro is like, I'm better than this.
Yeah, that's crazy shit. And, yeah, he's like, there's just, like, sparks flying out of some of the levers because he's just, like, yanking it around too hard.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
He's like, it's not going fast enough. It's not going fast enough. It's like, dude, you're going too fast. I mean, you're not, because you're dodging and it's good. But, like, chill.
Slow down, my boy.
They only detect 1 mobile armor, and eventually Amuro's enormous brain detects that there's only 1. and he finds it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, ah, there it is. And his cool, like, rainbow in his eyes.
He uses the Newtypes towers to, like, track it down in space.
Yeah.
And at this point, Char realizes that, like, Shaliable's gonna die. And he's like, well, the best thing we can do for him at this point is to give him a battle, like a death in combat. And he's like, and he's like, I had a feeling this would happen. And then I'm like, you had a feeling, Char?
That's what I was wondering.
Thinking about it.
Because I was like, Because Char knew that Charlotte, was caught between Garen and Caecilia. I was like...
It's like he knew that, and he said this immediately before saying that Newtypes are pathetic human mutations.
Yeah! He's like, they're not omniscient. I always say it like...
omnipotent.
He said omniscient. But...
Oh, well, I mean, you could argue both work in this situation. But yeah, it's just like, it's just very funny timing, and I'm pretty sure it means that he's going to become a new type.
They're pathetic mutants of war.
Get their ass.
Yeah.
Good show.
Hey,
4 more episodes left.
Oh no.
I'm excited.
Oh no. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm also like, oh no, you know?
See, the thing is, though, you can watch Zeta at your own pace now. You can, like, binge the whole thing before I even started. Well, that's episode. So I got a little thing for you, Morg.
Yeah, don't you have something fun?
I do. I do have something fun. We're doing Beyond Toon World.
You're going to love this. Trust me. Beyond Toon World!
Welcome to Beyond Toon World, the podcast within a podcast where we talk about voice actors of the things we watch and listen to. Today, Morg, we're talking about one Hirotaka Suzuoki, who you may know better as Bright Noah.
Ooh.
This is like, oh my god, I love this one. So, okay, he was born March 6, 1950 in Nagoya in the Aichi Prefecture of Japan. He is dead. He died August 6, 2006 of lung cancer, I believe. But he had a pretty good career. He died at the age of 56 then. So this is incredible to me. His first debut was 1977, I believe, with Invincible Steel Man Daitarn 3. But he was, in real life, Morg, best friends with one Toru Furuya, who you may know as the voice actor of Amuro Ray.
No way, dude. That rules.
Okay, so get this. He was Noah, he was Bright Noah, and then Toru Furuya was Amuro Ray. Toru Furuya in Dragon Ball was Yamcha. In Dragon Ball, Hirotaka Suzuoki was Tien Shinhan, who are like
oh my god,
2 of the strongest Earthlings who are buddies. In Saint Seiya, Amuro's voice actor was Pegasus Seiya, and Suzuoki played Dragon Shiryu, who's the counterpart to Pegasus Seiya. So they're just buddies in like all the animes they perform in.
Yes,
it's so cute. It's like, so okay. He was a couple of cool roles. I just said he was Tien. He was also the World Martial Arts Tournament announcer, who's like this blonde guy with Ray-Bans on, wearing a suit, like commentating on all the tournaments. He has a fun mustache. He's a fun little character. He shows up quite a bit actually because they're always doing tournaments. He voiced Giovanni in Pokemon, like all the animated Pokemons in Japan from the very beginning. Pretty cool. I actually think either Char's or Amuro's voice actor was James, so it's like more and more. You love it. He voiced Kakyoin in the JoJo's OVA from the 90s.
Hell yeah.
He voiced Starscream in the Japanese dub of Transformers, like the original show and movie. He voiced Chucky in Child's Play.
Oh no.
The Japanese dub of the 1979 Lord of the Rings movie, he was Frodo.
Oh my god.
He's done so much, and he was like in some other miscellaneous things. He was in Ramna 1/2, he was in Fist of the North Star, he was in Case Closed, he was in Macross, and he was in Trigun. He's in like a lot of really prominent 80s and 90s anime. It's cool.
He sounds like he was a very prominent dude, and he rested.
Yeah, rest in peace. His final role was Bright in one of the Zeta movies, I believe. So it's like a very good send off for him.
Aww.
I like him. It's like it's just a very, very sweet to know that the voice actors, like in several different major series, their characters were like buddies in fiction too. It's very cute. I like it. Yeah, so that's Beyond Toon World. Pretty good. Before we do our plugs, Morg, I would like to tell the listeners. So, as you all know, we record a week in advance before when I post the episode, just to give, time to edit in case scheduling gets weird. So today is July 19th. When this episode comes up, the day it comes out will be, what's 7 plus 9? July 26th. This episode will be up July 26th. If you're listening to this the day it comes out, you will have approximately 1 week. It's been, because what we're going to do for the finale of Mobile Gundam 0079 is we're going to do like a sort of mailbag episode. We're going to talk about other things. We're going to rank all the robots in the series. We're going to do some fun bits like that. But since we don't do listener questions regularly, we want there to be just one episode where you can send in anything you want. You can send in jokes. You can send in goose and gas and questions and discussions for us. So you get those in by August 2nd is when we're going to be recording that episode. So when you hear that, you'll have a week to do it. I'll be posting on the Twitter and Discord too. Please send in whatever you want. Even if it's just a stupid one-line joke, we'll read it because, we love that shit.
I love content.
Folks, we do love the content though, don't we? Mwah. So anyway, yeah. Please do, yeah. So you got a week to do that, August 2nd. Please water us. And just let us die. So yeah, anyway, August 2nd is when we'll be recording that evening. So, get him in. Get him in. Morg.
Yeah.
Internet.
No internet allowed.
Beans.
You can find me on Twitter at Haunting the Morgue, Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcast, Sonic Shuffle, where I learn about Sonic from my co-host, who is the teacher, in a random and holistic way. Randomize the universe that we're diving in every week.
That's it. Sonic is good to me, in my humble opinion.
Sonic has problems, but it is a fun time.
Yeah, well, that's just true for everyone, isn't it?
Damn, true. You got it.
I've got it. I've also got a Twitter that you can find at MXyBajillion, and an Instagram you can find at MXyBajillion. I've also got another podcast, Pot of Greed, the world's #1 and only Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast, sponsored by Kaiba Corporation. You can find that on Twitter at Pot of Greed Cast. And I also started another podcast. It's called Slappers Only. It's a video game music podcast where me and my friend Jordan of Jurgenit fame, of like a podcast fame, compete. We bring our favorite songs from different video game soundtracks. We compete to find out what the objectively best one is. And we're a subjective opinion. So if you think we're wrong, we're right. You're wrong. Don't add us. You can find that at Slappers Only Pod on Twitter.
I'm very excited.
And you can also go to... Wind Waker's up. You can listen to it. We decide the best one. It's a true pick. No one's gotten mad at us, so it means we're correct, as we promised and threatened. Next week next episode is going to be Halo 2, which is a pretty sick soundtrack.
I don't know.
It's very funky. It's a lot funkier than you'd think. Yeah. Hey, speaking of funky, you go to noisepace.xyz. You can find some funky podcasts there.
Including this one. But yeah, good. We love our 30 podcasts.
Pretty good. You got a podcast like LMNOP, a podcast about Elementary, the show about Sherlock Holmes or Watson, one of those two characters.
Both of them, actually.
2 of them. Damn.
Would be good. I don't know anything about Elementary, and I still very much.
Noisepace.xyz, all the podcasts. You can learn so much. It's really an educational tool at this point.
Damn. I bet you learned so much from this show.
You learn so much. And Morg, I would like to learn one more thing this week.
You'd like to learn about a robot, I assume.
Oh, wow. Are you a Newtype? How did you know?
Oh, man. I don't know if I'm a Newtype or I just know you too well. Both might be true.
¿Por qué no los dos?
So, since you mentioned him, I'm going to talk about Starscream.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, so Starscream is, Starscream is from Transformers. He's Megatron's right-hand man, a lot of the time. Most of the time.
That's my Transformers noise.
And, he he likes to be very ambitious and sometimes goes overboard and tries to become the actual leader, but it's fine. He's usually
You
good.
say sometimes as if that doesn't happen in every single story he's involved in.
I was being, I was hedging my bets.
Okay, yeah. We like to believe in the good in everyone.
Including Starscream. But he's also just like, I haven't also seen all of the Transformers ever. I have seen like 2 of the cartoons. So
Mm-hmm.
and then like one of the movies, one of the shitty Michael Bay ones, like the 3rd one or something. I don't know. Anyway, the cartoons are good though, actually, like, legitimately.
It's true.
I guess you can also argue they're like alive, but they're also robots. Another thing, much like Ava.
For years and years, the Catholic Church has been asking, do robots have souls?
Got the smirk.
Is that what Energon is? Is that like robot juice? Do robots have a pineal gland?
Do robots have adrenochrome?
I'm thinking about it.
Don't think too hard about my dumb joke. Yeah, he's good. I feel like he's a lot of
He's a lovable bastard.
I feel like he's a lot of people's like favorite, or at least their favorite villain. I feel like he's just like very popular.
I think because he has just like so much personality.
He's got a big personality in like every.
He's just a loudmouth. Like he's an extremely fun character. This like bumbling, scheming little bastard who never. Well, he does win sometimes, but he's like always just like getting his shit kicked in. But he's still just like, I'm gonna get you next time. He's a little rude man. I like him.
I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
I think he's more of a Waluigi than a Wario.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because he's like less of a brute force kind of guy. I mean,
he's cerebral, so. And he also just likes to play tennis.
God, I want to see Starscream.
He also invented the crotch chop, just like Waluigi did.
I don't.
Yeah, well, Waluigi crotch chop Super Mario Strikers, a soccer game for the Nintendo GameCube. Pretty good.
I've played that so.
Oh, that game's good as hell.
I'm very good at playing games. That was when Blockbuster was around, and I like rented it.
I rented so many games from Blockbuster. It was so good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, I'm tired as hell. Let's end this. Let's put this podcast out to pasture.
War is bad?
Wow, cool robot.
Hell yeah.
Bum bum. Law and Order place.
We just suddenly become a Law and Order. That would never end. That podcast would go on forever. Also, I did not stop recording yet.
Me neither. I'm stopping now though.